No, you want to go on other people. If the man wants to own a come and dance and I time and drink a liquor, they can angle liquor. And some people that drink them liquor and go home tonight, they will crash up and kill people, put their man and them something. Look to all of those say, oh, you can own a liquor. But make sure that song, all of those them can own a liquor. Those will give you a light side of the night right now.
Never drink and drive.
Never, never.
You will kill people. Be careful how you operate motor vehicle. Chicky ching, chicky da da dang dang. Don't drink and drive, just stay alive. Cause to reach the destination, no you have to survive. Don't drink and drive, just stay alive. Cause to reach the destination, no you have to survive. Well, drunk driver and come again, me have to grab tight out the road. No, me have to tell me better Mac printed than it hard, and me have to tell keyboard. Bartender till I serve liquor when she knows say customer load. Well, like they don't know when somebody drunk, you don't like they don't know the drunk code. Under the influence, me alla don't drive. Under the influence, me alla pizza drive. Under the influence, me alla don't drive. Under the influence, me alla pizza drive. Under the influence. The other day me go to a show, me and me friend, me and keyboard printer and Karen left me at 9:30, reach about 10. Drink couple Guinness, couple Heineken, 2 shot of vodka, couple sip at the end. Then remember me have to drive home again. Jump in me car, in a fence, clutch it and reverse gone again. Under the influence, me alla don't drive. Under the influence, me alla pizza drive. Under the influence, me alla don't drive. Under the influence, me alla pizza drive. Under the influence. No one they free with me, I try to lane them. Here come police with him excitement. Dolls I ring to na they like them. Police jump out with no argument. Booking at him and pay write a long statement. Me no know ABC, couldn't count 1 to 10. Don't choke and cuff, me license suspend. Mommy attack from experience. Well, drunk driver and come again, me have to grab tight out the road. No, me have to tell me better Mac printer than it hard, and me have to tell keyboard. Bartender till I serve liquor when she knows say customer load. Well, like they don't know when somebody drunk, you don't like they don't know the drunk code. Under the influence, me alla don't drive. Under the influence, me alla pizza drive. Under the influence, me alla don't drive. Under the influence, me alla pizza drive. Under the influence. No me neighbor have a little son when name Ken. Or oldest little boy be about 10. Cool little boy never give no problem. Have him future before him coulda be the president. Ride his bike to school, back home again, but couple block from him house. I right round the bend. Driver impaired under influence. It was a fatal accident. Well, drunk driver and come again, me have to grab tight out the road. No, me have to tell me better Mac printer than it hard, and me have to tell keyboard. Bartender till I serve liquor when she knows the customer load. Well, like they don't know when somebody drunk and not like they don't know the drunk code. Under the influence, me alla don't drive. Under the influence, me alla pizza drive. Under the influence, what you say people? Me alla don't drive. Under the influence, me alla pizza drive. Under the influence, me alla don't drive. Under the influence, me alla pizza drive. Under the influence, me alla don't drive. Under the influence, Hey, I love the guitar man there. Big up Byron from Seaford Town, professional guitar player. Me add to that rhythm. Yeah man, big up Byron from Seaford Town. He's a professional Gitsy, otherwise known as Gitsy. Enough artists know him. Yeah man, I'm do that. Apply them guitar in that song there. That's Jamaican Carlos. And we're gonna talk about Jamaican Drivers. There's a reason why we start with that song. The influence, that's me, Jamaican Carlos. And it's on iTunes. And the video is on YouTube. You guys can go watch the video. Influence, Jamaican Carlos. You guys are gonna watch the video. It's a very interesting video. Done at Jamaica. And part of it done at San Francisco. All right, and Jamaica. It's put together properly. You hear me now? People, we are talking about Jamaican drivers. We're talking about Jamaican drivers. The dangers on the road. People, I am a man who come on this page. Me bad for taxi drivers. Me bad for government. Me bad against government oppression and the fines and the pressure Jamaican drivers face. Me talk about the headlights. You get ticket for headlights when you should get a warning or fix a ticket. We talk about the age 12 sitting in a car seat. We're talking about drivers are not allowed to tow their car on the toll road. We talk about all these new laws that they put in the Road Traffic Act, not only for taxi cab. The Road Traffic Act goes for every person in Jamaica who operates an automobile. But people, even though we beat the government and all these oppressive kind of stuff that they are coming with, we must have a come to Jesus moment. We must reason and we must be honest to ourselves. Now, are we doing good on the road? Are we perfect drivers? Some type of driving, when we see I go on Jamaica right there, some of you need to lose your driver's license. I'm going to be honest with you. And the same man beat the government for you. But I tell you the truth because we have to have a come to Jesus moment. Where and when do we start take up responsibility? My people as drivers of Jamaica. We have to take responsibility for our actions. Now, me get a call from Jamaica from a family member who is telling me that they are mad at the government because them can't burn them weed again and drive. Because the law changed and them are telling me say me can't smoke no weed in my car and in my car. Me get a family member me love it. Call me and tell me say the government oppress them because they can't burn no weed in the car. Me also hear other videos with similar lines that them can't burn no weed in them car and drive at Jamaica. Me are going to be the first to tell you that the government is right. We have to be honest here, people. We have to be responsible for our actions. A lot of us don't like changes. Changes is hard to come because you know you're burning weed, the long spliff in your car all these years ago, anywhere I go. And nothing happen. But people, imagine if the government should allow this when all these youngsters are drive. Some of them just burn weed and can't control no weed. Them a drive fast car. None of them youth that can't hold no weed. So if the government should allow everybody to smoke, a long time the government are doing it, you know. We had a run. We had a long run. We could smoke with weed in our car. But imagine the younger brain that the government should be protecting and allow the youngsters. Listen to me. Most of these accidents are youngsters. Must I tell you when I see stupid driving on the freeway up here and stuff like that? If I should catch you at the stoplight or catch you up somewhere in the traffic, I'm going to look over. Most of the time, it's a youngster. Most of the time, it's a youngster. Youngsters think that they're invincible, that nothing can do them. As a young man, I take more chances than I take now. We think so we're tough and we have less responsibility. So we do things different than a person who is older, have a more mature mind, who is mindful of his or her responsibilities. So you find young people want to drink and drive. And them about drum and boom, plus them about the weed. No, them a weed that get more potent. Them a weed than the Cali weed, Kaya, what we got from long time. Weed are getting more potent. Let me tell you about it. And we have these youngsters that smoke and they drive the fast car. They not pay attention to nothing. The government cannot continue to allow you guys to drink and drive. It is wrong. I'm a driver too. Must I tell you, I'm a driver too. I used to drive my car in Jamaica. We used to do all the things I hear my brother complain about. I'm a brother man. My brother man had complain. All the things they hear me complain about. Say the government this and that. But we have to be truthful. Things change. Things cannot remain the same. Like some stuff. People, it's when stuff right, me will come tell you the truth. But when stuff wrong, me will see when I used to be 2x4. Who remember when we used to smoke in office buildings? Smoke in the plane? Who remember those days? We used to smoke in the plane and office building. Imagine you who don't smoke have to come on the plane and smell somebody smoking right before you. You didn't know they used to smoke on plane? So why the fasten seat belt and no smoking sign is still in the plane today? Fasten your seat, right next to this fasten seat belt sign is the no smoking sign in the plane. So they have a constant remind people, do not smoke in the plane. Because every now and then, we just see recently somebody light up something like this for the plane. They can't take it no more, them stress out, whatever, they just light up, whatever, anything. And they light up something for the plane. People did not like them changes, my people. But it was good change. I don't want to come in my office, in my office, and you in your cubicle over there say, I smoke. Your place smell like an ashtray, and I must sit in that building and me not smoke. That's before we get modernized and we get more intelligent and smarter, knowing that secondhand smoke is dangerous, just as dangerous as a smoker. So as we get smarter and wise and find out that secondhand smoking is just as dangerous as the person who puff it, why don't we change it? So now the change coming, people did not like it. Do you think people want government to tell them, say, don't smoke in a building or smoke in a plane? Don't smoke in the store, don't smoke here? No, people, it was a pushback. Let me tell you another change that really benefit us that we push back on. Seatbelt laws. When the seatbelt law come in, we as people didn't like that. We push back. They want to tell me over driving in my car, loan me alone. It's mine, more dead, me we dead. Let me drive in my car. But it's not only that. It's more than just you. Because when that car crash, you get thrown out of the car into oncoming vehicle, putting other drivers into trouble. So it's more than you don't want to drive in your car without seat belts. So what if you just crash and hurt yourself all on your own? But it's not that, family. You can be thrown from your car yonder into oncoming traffics. That's why a lot of people, a lot of accidents you see at Jamaica, and people die and throw out of the vehicle, is because they're not wearing no seatbelt. Especially when we run taxi in Jamaica. We have how much in the back? Nobody on seatbelt because you're supposed to have 3 in the back. When driver want to maximize his profit, he might have more than 3 in the back, he might have a couple in the front. It should be 1 in the front. You should not have more passengers than seatbelts. But we need to start following more rules and take responsibility as citizens too. We beat the government for things, but look, people, just like my brother will call me. Can't get smoke in their car, things change. Look, seatbelt law change, smoke in the building change. We got a long run in Jamaica smoking weed in a car. You cannot smoke weed in a car over here, so. Major impairment, especially for young people. Because trust me, sometimes I see some young people who burn weed. Look at them young youths who burn weed. Sometimes you see them family out of this world. Them can't hold them weed. A lot of young youth, me see smoke weed. Them can't hold them weed. Me I tell you these young people, me say them can't hold them weed. And they might drink the rum and the boob and the weed and the grabber and all these things and think it's cool. It's not safe on the road of Jamaica. They smoke weed and drive. It was cool back in the days. We get smarter, wiser, more intelligent. Why not use our intelligence to save lives? Part of being intelligent is to tell you not to smoke weed while you're driving. It's not to drink rum and boom while you're driving. Let me tell you, we're coming from a country. Yeah, we're talking about the bad road. We're talking about influence now on weed. Let's talk about the bad road too, man. Hold on, man. Let's talk about influence. Because it's a major problem. And people, we're not going to put it on bad road. We're not. Don't push me over there. We are talking about influences of people. So we are talking about bad road is blaming back the government for something now. We not blame the government for nothing. We blame them every day. We beat them hard. But we can talk about us, to ourselves, among us, my people. What is our responsibility? So there no government not there. So the government never come with a tighter road traffic law. Right? It was a CMO law. Do you think it's okay to be driving down the road smoking a weed? Let me tell you, smoking cigarette or even weed, anything in a car is dangerous. Me I drive before and ashes going on my eye. Every smoker know ya so. Ashes ever going in your eye while driving? Me said ashes ever blow in your eye while driving for your smoke. Me been there before. People that don't smoke in my car. I don't smoke in my house. I don't join them thing there. You come in my car, you don't smell no smoke, no smoke. I don't smoke in my car. My car must smell sweet. My car smell good. I'm into that. Trust me. Always, people say, the car smell nice. Always smell nice. You understand me? But me drive before. Remember, Jamaica I come from, you know? And I had cars in Jamaica. Now, when me in Jamaica, I burn my weed and everything and I drive, people, sometimes ashes blow in my yai. Jesus Christ. That ashes will burn like acid. So, you must not drink, smoke and drive. Look up. Smoke a weed first, man. Smoke a weed first, man. Smoke a weed in a yard, man. Stop driving around and smoke weed. Me see people do it up here, so. Car stink of weed, especially the youngsters, them. The young people, they will not have no fear, just like how I did not have no fear. The young people of America, people, you see them, they open the car, stink of weed. So if police pull you over now, and smell the car, stink of weed, because the weed now come out of the car that easy, and police are put him in the car to smell that. How are you going to explain to the police who pull you over to tell you that your tail light is out? How are you going to explain that to him? Putting yourself in trouble. I say that all the time. Smoke in your yard. Or if you have a travel and smoke, stop and go take a smoke somewhere, man. Tap your car, man, and go smoke, man. Wash yourself off, jump back in the car and go, if you have to do that. But we are driving around the big old split in your mouth, you know, so the government say. Me not tell you. Look what I say, people. The government say they can't smoke and drive no more. People, let me tell you about these young people. A lot of accidents in Jamaica. I think they're doing a toxicology testing. Then I find out they almost stop these men having in the system. When we see this accident in Jamaica, we don't hear no toxicology report. We don't know if these people have drugs in them, if they have Molly, if they have weed. And now we start having Molly and all these different type of drugs introduced to the Jamaica landscape. People, we are serious people. Me a driver, you know. Me are the first man to call police for you know. Me no call police for nobody in America, but drivers, because the road me use. And if me ever suspect you're a drunk driver, me a call the police. Because you need to get your backside off the road. You can cost me my life. I must be responsible. And I drive to, and you accompany the road irresponsible, driving crazy because you decide to go drink and drive and not care about yourself. So you don't care about nobody else? I'm telling the people. I really think I'm telling the Jamaican now. We can beat the government for everything. But sometimes we have to have a come to Jesus moment. Like, just think about there no tightening up the road traffic law. Don't you think it's time we need to stop smoking in our car while we drive? And drink rum and boom? Let me tell you the culture we're coming from. A driver will stop, come used to have a shop, you know. A driver will stop in car with people out there. Which I've done many times at my shop. Come in and say if you sell them a drink of white rum. If you sell them a drink of white rum, most of the time they only want water upon it. They will use water to trace a rum. And they turn the rum to them head. Wipe off them out. Run down to the car. People are not telling you some shop. And a lot of time, bus driver with passengers. Passengers people. Run in my shop. Ask that me sell them a drink of rum. Then put it in them head. And then jump back in the vehicle full of passengers. And I'm gone. You're a public passenger driver. That's not good. We know some people look at this and say, move for yourself, man. You know, so you have this and that. No, people, that's the ignorant way of thinking about stuff. As we get smarter, more intelligent, more wiser, let's use all of that intelligence and keep our lives safe. Save more lives. We're not supposed to burn no ganja in no car. As that me tell me, brother. You can't burn ganja in a car of foreign. No, brother. Well, Jamaica this and Jamaica that. But if you understand, maybe you can burn a ganja and operate because you're a big man and a long time you do it. But what to the youngster then we are come, we are get the scamming money, and them are buy the fast car, I feed them car, I wrap up around the light post. I feed them car, I head up in the next car around the corner, and then me see I meet in an accident. Who me see I meet in an accident too? A lot of bus driver, coaster driver. I just put a picture on my page. This bus wrap around a light post. How did that happen? How a bus wrap up around a light post like that? How did that happen? How? Did they test that driver blood? Make sure say him not mix up in some people are taking more than weed and white rum in Jamaica. Government have to start do some serious testing. Blood testing. See if that not fixed stuff. You cannot go drink and drive on the road. Let me tell you. Me there one shop. One of the time I come to Jamaica. Me know this driver, is a taxi driver. He drive this taxi for a lady who have a shop. It's not his taxi, you know, not his car. I was at the shop about midnight or in the man, early in the man, or past midnight. The man stopped outside the shop. He stumbled inside. Drunk, dog drunk. And asked that the shopkeeper sell him another drink. Me tell the shopkeeper, don't sell that man because I know that man. Make him go on home. The man is already drunk. Dog drunk, him drive. I don't know how he make him way there. As to some Jamaican driver, when they drink them liquor, that's when they drive good. There are some Jamaican drivers who tell you when they are intoxicated, that is when they drive more better. So I tell the shopkeeper, do not sell the man the drink. The man would not leave. He would not leave. Feeding for the drink. And his home is about 2 to 3 miles down the road. It's so close it is to home, but they're alcoholic. The alcoholic people, the love for alcohol get to him, have to have his last drink before he go home. The bartender did sell him anyway. Irresponsible, because if you see somebody who is visibly drunk, especially operating a motor vehicle, at that time you should take with them key and then they go and back call the police for them backside. But this Jamaica anyway, nobody not call the police for anything. Shopkeeper does sell him another one. He managed to reach home because I did check on him the next day. He reached home, people. And if you know this man live and we have to drive to go home, it's very dangerous. On a precipice, right? It did manage to reach home. So a lot of us in Jamaica have been operating on pure luck all these decades. Acting as if drink another white rum, it make me drive better. But another spliff, it make me drive better. We must start taking responsibility, my people. I just have to tell you the truth. Some of you not gonna like this. But it's not everything you beat the government, family. Where is our responsibility as citizens, man? We must be responsible. Look at the condition of the road fatalities out in Jamaica. There's a lot. Some things is happening in Jamaica that are not supposed to happen. Like for instance, 5 members of one family, relatives, they are related. 5 of them get crashed, dead, 1 accident. 1 accident take out 5 members out of 1 tribe. Imagine that. And 3 motorcycles. Who remember that? Them crash into a Toyota bus. How come 3 bikes? Total of 5 people. So you have 2 bikes have pillion, 1 bike now have none. How come none of the bike could get out of the bus? People, 5 of them lost them life. They are related. Some things are happening in my country that not supposed to happen. We show you the bus the other day. Wrap around that light, that concrete light post. Some stuff is happening in Jamaica that's not supposed to happen. We see a car fly over one river or one gully in Jamaica and crash on the next side. What kind of speed is that? That you fly in the air? People, some stuff that are happening on our roadways are not supposed to happen. Coupled with the buying license at the motor vehicle depot, where they make it so much easier to get fake driver's license because they don't even have to see the examiner. The government now, from your boy till now, it's the same crooked system I went to get my driver's license in Jamaica, must I tell you. Even though I went to a driving school. But from the first day I start driving, the driving school instructor tell me that, hey, you're driving good, man, you're a natural. I know this man down by the driving school depot where you can get a driver's license from. Imagine this. I'm in the car with my driving school instructor. I'm paying him to teach me to drive, to prepare me to sit with the examiner, to get my driver's license the right way. But my driving school instructor was right next to me, telling me that how much I can drive for a second day. I can't drive yet, family. Yes, me hold the car on the road and all that, and yeah, me I do good, but in reality, me is not a driver yet. For the first day, you introduced me to your crooked scheme at the motor vehicle depot in Black River, that you have examiner down there can sell me license. And whoever signed my driver's license in Black River, it's all bogus. A lot of us get the same license in Jamaica, all bogus. Now they make it even easier. I did go see the examiner, but in reality, family, you really learn how to drive yet? No, you never learn to back up. I know someone personally who have a driver's license and don't know how to back up. When they get the driver's license, she was so scared. She had to go back to another driving school, get another driving instructor to teach her to back up. Remember, she don't know how to back up, but she have a license in her pocket. These are things that affect our roadway. The drink and drive and all this stuff, but this right here, things that affect our roadway in a major way. Because you have people in Jamaica, as long as you have money, if you're a 17-year-old scammer, you can get a driver's license probably without even seeing the examiner. I know people who receive driver's license today and never sit with an examiner, never sat with an examiner. How did that go? How did that work? The other day somebody tell me that they know people with trailer license in the pocket. That's a class A license, you know. Over here, that's a class A license, the top of the top. In Jamaica, someone just tell me they know someone with a class A driver's license in their pocket and never drive a truck. So if we have these schemes going on in Jamaica, coupled with drunk drivers, what kind of roadway we have? What we have going on out there? So without the bad roads and all the turns and curves and gullies, we're still not going to make the right decision because we're intoxicated and people are driving who never learned how to drive. So we have a bigger issue here more than bad road. The road needs to be fixed. I do videos on that. Asking why, when people have the best cars, we have the worst roads. Is it a thing to keep Jamaicans back? We do videos like this already now. And ask why when Jamaicans are trying to do good, try to move forward, they'll start having bad roads. The worst road now in history is when we start having good cars. But take it from there, family. Let's talk about us. You know, that is the government right there. And that me upon this man, we talk about our responsibility. Our responsibility, we love the driver's license. Even with our sons and our daughters, we don't think that having a son and daughter go through the process the right way to get a driver's license is the right way. Even parents will go through the crooked scheme and hand that driver's license to them son and them daughter who them know cannot properly drive. Must I tell you when I get my driver's license, people, is when me get my own car, me really learn to drive. It's when me get my personal ladder. My first car was a ladder. The pedals are high. I want a truck me I drive. I want a ladder back. I love ladder up to this day. And I have respect for ladder. A ladder teach me to drive the right way. Don't me go with the driving school instructor, stick shift. Yeah, me master that. But it's when me get my own car. You make all the mistake like, damn. When a car passes, when you do some nonsense on the road, and then you woof passing, Jesus, when you almost get into something that will wake you up, and you'll never go back to that way. You learn as you go. So most of us in Jamaica never really get the real driving lessons from our driving school teachers. We call them drive around with the help and them stuff. Because their thing is not to keep you in the car to teach you to drive really, you know. They make less money from that. I think the most money they make is when they start to sell you to the examiner by making you get the bogus license. That money is split between them and the examiner. And then you can drive them car, operate without even driving nobody around and teach you to drive and mash up them gearbox. You think they want to have no student in the car to mash up them gearbox? So as you come in the first day, he might tell you, say, you can drive. Me know somebody who knows somebody. Your exam people, the driving school instructor will introduce you to that. Like he introduced to me. And a lot of people I know. You can't drive. You don't have to see the examiner and get the money. driving school examiner, driving school instructor don't have to see you the second or the third day. If you're game and they don't for it on the first day, you don't have to come back tomorrow. I don't want a driver's license, even though them know you can't even back up, like the friend of mine I know. Like the friend of mine I know. You can't even back up. People, we need to fix Jamaica. Now, when we take my cup here, how you think we know all these things, what they did to me in Jamaica was fraud. And the way I get my driver's license in Jamaica was not the right way. It's when we come to America and we really see stuff. That's why I tell all the guys, all the time, guys, you live and you learn. You live and you learn. As you go down this road of life, you see stuff. We live and we learn. It's when we come here and say, I go through the whole process how to get my driver's license in California. If you feel, I think you have 2 more time to take it before you go home, you know. You don't have to come back tomorrow if you feel it, you know. I think they give you 2 more time, computer. You understand me? You get chance because they really want you to get it. So if you feel, you look at the number where you feel upon. And you go study it again. You look at the paper, you start reading it over real quick. Because they really want you to understand what the road traffic law is about. It's not just to punish you or pressure you. They really want you to understand what the road traffic law is about. How many Jamaicans know what distance from a vehicle before you should have your high beam on? Most drivers don't know because Jamaican drivers drive with the high beam all the time. Nobody no dim no light. Me come to Jamaica, I say, them not dim no lights. I might as well be driving my light bright. Them don't know that certain distance from another vehicle, your high beam must turn off. Certain road code we don't know because we never read a driver's handbook in Jamaica to get our driver's license. So you see the dangers on our roads out there. The weed burning, the rum and boom drinking, the faulty way of getting driver's license. Several issues about with road out there, people. Several. But we as a people need to start take responsibility, especially the stuff that we can control. We can control our alcohol and weed consumption while we're operating a motor vehicle. I tell you, we must control our alcohol consumption and our weed consumption while operating a motor vehicle. We must be more responsible. Talk the two people. We must be more responsible as a people. We have a different mindset, people. I love my people, but I don't let nobody come out and speak like this to my people. Let them know the law is right when they say no more smoking ganja and drive a car. That's the right law, you know. We abide by those laws up here, people. But still, someone is still gonna smoke the weed anyway. It's just police now gonna catch you now. So understand what I'm gonna say. The law is right on that part. No part of the law I don't like. Drinking in a little plastic cup while do not drive is wrong. Me I tell you no man. Drinking in a plastic cup, alcohol, and operating an automobile is wrong, my people. Me I tell you no. I'm a driver. Me dip on the road all the time. Me love the road. No, love the road and Carlos. Are free with me drive pan, man. I love long distance driving for hours and days. Big up all the big rig driver them. The drive across this country. Big up all the owner. Big up every driver over here, so we are hold it. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Big up Lataya Wolf and James Larkin. What going on, my brother? You good? Good time I don't see you. When you miss them, I know, you know. Debbie Jervis, big up yourself, and Charmaine Edwards. You know, big up on yourself. People, we are adult now. We must speak the truth. We must take responsibility for our action. We don't need the government to tell us, don't drink no rum and boom and go drive. You don't need the government to tell you, you know, have your big ganja split in your mouth that drive down the road and go drive. Sometimes the ashes don't even have to fly in your eye for you to have some problem. Make the ashes drop off in your lap. Ashes ever drop in your lap like fire. You ever knock out the fire in your, where you smoke cigarette or weed or whatever? The fire ever drop in your lap while you're driving yet? Okay. Now you understand what I'm talking about. I have to explain that part. Fire drop in your lap while you're driving. I don't know something knock out the fire out of you sitting where you smoke. The whole fireball drop in your lap and I drive. You say you're not supposed to drink, you're not supposed to drive and smoke, period. Not even cigarette. Because cigarette, go in your eye, you crash, man. I real talk. James Larkin said alcohol is the devil's juice. Stanford Garden said most of the drivers in Jamaica, they got guns, machete, alcohol in car. Achoo. Guns and machete and alcohol in the car. Not to mention a piece of coconut and the horseshoe. You know the horseshoe. So Obeah man give them the dry coconut under the seat. We see them, you know, man. And the old horseshoe. Yeah, man, they might drive around all this stuff. But people as we get smarter, wiser, and more intelligent, why don't we use our intelligence to save more lives? That's all me I say. These are our personal responsibility as day-to-day human beings, brothers and sisters, and neighbors. Just like me, I tell my own brother, say, the government right, man. Look how long we there Jamaica drive around the big old guy to split their mouth. What about the youth them when come and can't hold weed? I would clearly say the youth them can't hold the weed. Like me tell my brother, but clearly say the youth them can't hold the weed them, brother. The weed, especially my weed, I get heavy for the youth them. Allow me to tell. Nah, man. So that's our responsibility. So Sassy D said, I would never want a Jamaican man that's living in Jamaica. Them man down there just too careless. I don't know to come back on that. I said, Sassy. Your comments well taken, sister. Yeah, man. Debbie Jervis said she was talking to Stafford. Hence big business for buying driver's license. They know they can't read, but they can bite. Me or James I say again, man make alcohol, Jah make herbs for our consumption. The Bible say about fruits and herbs, he give Adam and Eve in the beginning. But what God never say, and Mr. Larkin as my brethren, he never talk about the car. God, I mean, you could have ride a donkey in God days and smoke your sacrament and drink your wine. James Larkin, God, in God days there was no car, you know, when God walk by earth and ride donkey, you know. I mean, you could have smoked your sacrament, man, the 12 disciples that could have smoked all day, every day. A donkey they ride, brother. And a fast car. That's a different time now, so. That's funny. Letitia Elliott said, check the ones them what don't even know what's on their license. That's wow. No car talk. You had chariots. I really think, man, chariots, man. But you know, chariots different from car. Because the first self-driving motor, you know, a horse, you know. A horse, you jump. You know what man jump on a donkey in Jamaica? I see man jump on a donkey and donkey take them straight home. The horse is the same thing. You can't not take you home unless it's a self-driving car. Like the new car we have here. So your chariot will take you home if you're drunk, James. Yes. Because them horses are so smart. I say donkey take drunk man straight and yard. Straight home. So horse will do the same thing. People need to grow up and be responsible. That's true, James. I don't lie. We need to be responsible, man. Because we people, we get smarter and wiser. It think we should just dead, so. First time people are dead from a common cold. So now that we have technology and we have we have modern medicine, should we still die from a common cold? Why not just apply modern medicine or bush or whatever fight we put towards a cold? So now as we get wiser, smarter, and more modernized, why not use our modern thinking and thoughts and more with intelligence to save our lives? Why still thinking and acting primitive? Still want to drink rum and boom. A long time I drink man, but now the government are fight against man. I mean, I know the man go with their brother. Remember me used to tap and drink all my white rum, drink all the flowers and rum before me with a mobile, you know. But at them they were all the stage, but they want to drink all white rum. At them time I drive in a brother. When me hold on the corner, you know. When me hold this, I hold the corner, I hope up all the all. They say me hope up the whole till there, brother. Me I tell you, say, man. Let me tell you something, man. Them days are over. One other thing, speeding. Speeding. One of the things that speeding and driving, the other day I was talking to a tow truck operator over here in Fort Lauderdale. He owned tow truck company, but tow truck company, say about 3 tow trucks. So I'm going to talk to a Jamaican. I'm probably talking to you right now watching my video. I don't know who worked for him. Him tell me, say, he have 3 tow trucks. Him said just starting, you know, and business take off. He said he have 3 tow trucks. And he have 1 Jamaican driving one of the tow trucks. And that Jamaican cost him so much in gas. He said, the man, listen to me, I said, Jamaican drivers, all of us are not the same. Because me a good driver. I know there are other better drivers out there than me, because I'm not the best. Okay? So the man said, the man told me to have a tow truck company in Florida. 3 trucks in same half. But him said the Jamaican driver, him tell him not to use the engine brake. And the Jamaican driver constantly use the engine brake. Let me tell you how we stay as yard people. I'm going to do a video like this before. We Jamaicans mash up our own vehicle. Because brag and boast and show off, that's how we use, and that we use to drive. Listen how we talk as Jamaican. And what make we a good driver. A Jamaican definition of a good driver is a driver who do some careless stuff on the road, like, you know, you about them man a bad driver, you know. That them man take 25 minutes from Subway mobile, man. We are talking about them man a bad driver, brother. We said that the man take 25 minutes, brother, but we be 2 years, then we see him. 25 minutes he take from Subway mobile. Man a wicked driver. No, that's a careless driver. What take chance. But that's our definition in Jamaica. When the driver do the wrong thing, we give them the prop. I will boost up the driver them, even passengers in the vehicle. We don't tell the driver, think up and go around another driver. We're in the bus. It's like a game to us. When we see a driver overtaking another vehicle, yes, driver, go on, all the people in the bus will be cheering on a driver who is overtaking around a corner, a blind corner. People in the... Why you believe a driver do these things in Jamaica full of passengers? Do you think drivers could manage to do this without the cooperation of the passengers in these taxis and the bus? And nobody now wear a seatbelt. Accident on the road, everybody prayed out dead and broke up. So I tell about this tow truck driver, owner. He said the Jamaican man cost him more gas. He said, I'm going to let him go. He said, other 2 men, the man a Jamaican, they're not causing so much gas. They're not running engine brake like that. But listen how Jamaican driver do it. Have we do videos like this already? And then the first video I do like this. Talk to Jamaican drivers. We too show off. We too boastful. And we can't even drive. Most of we can't even drive at Jamaica. I will come and find me. Really start focus from the driving and say, look how the driver yard. Chance to take. Bull crap. When they drive at Jamaica full drive is like, for show people how much we can change out the gearbox out of the truck. Like this. I'm gonna left out of the town, just drinking white rum. Walk up to the truck. Yeah, man, you got town here, go. Yeah, man. Well, me I tell you, man, a long time, them man drive. Man, I used to drive a honey bee bus, you know, man. Them man used to drive a Ducal fan, so them man can't drive, you know, brother. A bad driver that them man there, you know. When the bad driver go into the truck, and most likely a people truck them a drive. When them go in the truck, guess how the bad driver drive? The man left out of the town. He must change out every gear out of the truck before he reach down the song. Showing everybody him know the gear them in the truck there. Make him a come back from town later full of cement. He must tap in the square again to come and drink rum. Before he come down the square, hear him go down the gearbox so they hear the engine brake and go. Engine brake that, you know. An engine brake, that's when him not have to use the engine brake, you know. Because it sound good. That's what the brother I tell when at the tow truck company when Jamaican Driver do to him up here, you know. Because it sound good. We apply engine brake. We don't supposed to, we don't have to apply engine brake. We have changed out all the gear out of the truck and drop the goddamn gearbox. When they don't have to. We know say know where all the gears them are, but just to show off. My people. Must I tell you this show off cause a lot of public transportation driver who have taxi and bus. Every Sunday on the bus they are mechanic. You don't see it. Because the driver mash up the vehicle. And one time you're telling this. Show off. Before a man coming in the town, I say, man, I drop every gear. My gear down. And I blow down. One thing they can blow hand sweet at Jamaica, I don't have to give them that. Anyway. But the gearbox there. Till I jump on the engine, man. When I mash up people's vehicle. It sound good. It look good. We know say you know all the gear them there. You just explain that. Not for to mash up people's vehicle. Even the own vehicle just to show off and also driving go. How me know that? Because when they are Jamaica, we used to go to the road to where else man? Driver come from town full of sand and cement. We go to the road because I come in. I see him chuckle drink the rum before he got to him. I come back in. Bad driver, wicked driver, man. What cars are come? Man can't drive this man. Bad driver, I'm a come down and I make everybody know so I come. I saw we going to engine at Jamaica, you know. Mashing up your own truck. Alright, the man we are drive a truck. Just to show everybody that you can drive. But I tell you, my brothers and sisters, how me know say that's wrong? How me know? When we come to America. No trucker over here, you see, are going on them engine like that. None of them. We stop at truck stop all the time. And if you ever travel these freeways, these highways and byways in America, and ever have to stop at a truck stop, have you ever heard a truck driver a go answer? Beautiful trucks, powerful trucks, pretty trucks, full of lights, chromed out like a Harley Davidson. Because some man has to spend money for them truck so like a Harley. Pretty trucks, all kind of trucks. Me never hear a man up as going on an engine like we do at Jamaica. Tell me some lie, people. Couple of decades me there up as I still can't hear none. Me not say them not do that thing, but me say me can't hear none. I'm a travel freeway across this country. I may have to stop at several truck stops all the time. And when these trucks are coming off of the freeway, and you know something, when you're on the freeway, you're hot. You're driving, so, like me. When I come off of the freeway, I have a long drive. You see when I come down the street, I'm coming off of the freeway, I come down the streets, I have to check my speed. Because I'm still at the energy, the freeway energy for speed. So if you don't check the speed, when you get off the freeway, especially coming off a long drive, you find yourself going on a 30 mile per hour freeway at 65. Not thinking say I drive too fast because you have that energy because you're coming from a long drive speeding on the highway. Me never hear the truck driver in America. I go in them truck and the truck parts there I saw. I saw the pretty truck them there. I saw me say them sell truck part just like how they sell car like them a pretty truck. You name the trucking company. I saw them have the biggest truck station and truck stops in America. Biggest truck stops with truck supermarket, mechanic did it, truck wash did it, truck driver can go be in and sleep there. Yo, it's all here. But I've never heard one driver up here say go in an engine. Like how we go down our gearbox in a Jamaica. That's how you find man in your engine. Every Sunday, they look at money you make all week. Sunday daytime, you got to give it to the mechanic. Because man, I mash up a car and your truck. And we overload our vehicle. You know, so we overload the vehicle, your bus only make me carry a certain amount. Plus you have loading night from market people. Plus you have people standing up. You're overloading your vehicle. In no time your vehicle gonna mash up. People, these are the simple. That's why when you get old car where I come from foreign, them still good enough. No matter how much miles they on it. You don't notice? If you should get an old car where I come from foreign with a whole heap of miles on it, it's still good car. Because people abuse the vehicle like that. Get an old car come from Jamaica with certain amount of miles. By then you need to change out the gearbox, you have to change out the clutch, you have to change out the this. You need a brand new engine because we abuse our own vehicle. I hope it makes sense today and edify somebody in the community. We need to slow down our road. Cut out the drinking and the smoking and the driving. Even though you might be smoking and drinking for years, these youngsters need to be guided. And if the law that the government put in is going to help this youngster, man, I'm for it. Because that's where I see the problem is. When these youngsters drink them weed, smoke them weed, can't you see these young people when they smoke them weed, people? Look at them when they smoke them weed. They can't hold it. And then drink all them boom. We have some man, we have some charge. I have said that you have some things that you man, you see. Drunk as skunk. Young people must be protected at all cost. Old me and you used to drinking and driving and smoking whatever. Consider the youngsters. And as more youth get money, we don't know where they get it from, and buying more faster cars. Faster than the old car we used to have, the Lada, the Hillman Hunter, the Aston Cambridge and the Vauxhall. The Datsun. Who remember the car there? Eh? We have the younger generation to protect them coming out of school. While them in school, they drink rum and boom. Them start them whatever them get money from. That them we sleep on the road, them have them bikes, and them we sleep on the road, them have them cars. Young people have motorcycles, have cars. We can't allow them to drink, smoke, and drive. And for that, the government is right, and that is the part of the Road Traffic Act. Must I tell you? Somebody have to tell you the truth, man. Must be called us. Even though we beat the government for the oppression and other part of the Road Traffic Act, that part of the Road Traffic Act will save life. Just like my brother called me. I tell me, say, boy, the government you can't smoke weed in the car, brother. When man tell me, say, I can't smoke in my car. Look how long me in my car. Look how long me I smoke in my car. You think it's easy? We go tell them, brother. Brother, your brother I talk to you, know. Tell your brother, say, brother, the government right, you know, on that. You have to be honest with him, you know. yeah, the government right on that. A long time we have a long run of smoke and drive because you have to explain to the man. Changes don't come easy. A lot of people do not like changes. And just like the seatbelt laws and don't smoke on the plane laws, people grumble over that. People grumble over that. People war over that. People protest to try to save them life and others' life. Not smoke in the goddamn office building. Yeah, smoke get Miss Sharon. Miss Sharon not smoke. She's a Christian. Go to church every Sunday, Bible study on Wednesdays. The woman that smoke. But she have to come to the office while you smoke your cigar and your cigarette. Imagine those days. People, imagine those days. What stopped that? We get smarter, wiser, and more intelligent. And our intelligence told us that second-hand smoking is just like you are smoking. All right, guys? I hope I make some sense. Thank you for watching this video, people. And as usual, I am a student in your guys' class. Make sure your comments make sense in every sentence. If it's the first time over here and you like Wagwan, go ahead and hit the subscription button and hit the bell, hit all, so you can always be here anytime we drop new videos or go live. This is all about Jamaica people. Anything we do for Jamaica people. Carlos is not a man who does talk about politics. Did you know that we talk about all type of stuff, people? Oh yeah, we can even talk about menopause in women, you know. Carlos, that's totally different from driving. Yes, we can also talk about menopause in women. And that's another day we're going to talk about that. Because I think up till today, a lot of females don't know about menopause in my country. You know you're not dumb. My mama never know about menopause either. She think I dumpy the dip on her when she go through the hot flash. And many nights never go next door and call Mr. Scarlett. Buckle torch and barefoot, cross the bush, go call this man to come pray for my mother, because my father did the at town and work. And then my father, I think, come to this. So one countryman I tell my mother, say, I dumpy and rolling car, find a cellar and stuff. We come from town, we don't know no goddamn thing about dumpy. My father Rasta man. So my mother got through menopause, early menopause. My mother was going through. Must I tell you? Even the other day, I call my man, tell me about it. I will laugh, you know. My mama used to say, "Dopey the panar." When she have the hot flash, she said she feel hot and cold and hot. Sometimes she feel hot, sometimes she feel cold like a lime call. And my mama is so dramatic. You think she are dead? She are dead. Have a chop grass bush about 3/4 mile. We call him Scarlet, one old England man. He was a nice man. Come over every time, come pray to my mama. Clear say, run with Dopey. I'm menopause, woman in the pan. So that a whole different story as we get smarter, wiser, more intelligent. Then we can have this kind of conversation, people. It's not about politics alone, enough people. We have nothing to talk about. As we go down this road, I'll introduce them to you. Thank you so much, people. Talk to you guys later. Peace out.